Hi, we're the HBP Group and we help manufacturers implement MRP and manufacturing software solutions that make them more efficient and more profitable. Now, one of the biggest challenges people have is around production scheduling. And if you're a manufacturer that has that challenge, don't worry, it's probably the most common one we come up against. Now, most manufacturers have to manage their production schedule manually. Now, this sometimes is just historic in that it's the way it started, in that as you got your first ever orders as a business, you manufactured the first one that you sold, then you manufactured the second one that you sold, and it progressed through that way. But as your business has grown, the chances are that you've had a lot more complexity built into that production schedule. That could be the amount of people, types of machinery, a more complicated process, but also the fact that things are ever changing. So one of the most common ways, or a few of the common ways that businesses manage their production schedule at the moment is through either a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet, a whiteboard, or maybe even a big piece of paper that they draw on and plan out the week and make sure that everything's set up ready for the next week. Now, a lot of businesses might do that on the Friday before the next week's work, or if they don't have enough time, maybe on the weekend just to try and get that ready. And one of the biggest challenges is if things change during that process of putting it together, then it's pretty much a case of ripping up that piece of paper, wiping out that whiteboard, or deleting that spreadsheet, because you have to start again. And the reason being is that when you think about the complexity, when you get multiple orders coming in, you have to decide on the processes that need to take place. And those processes involve making sure you've got the right stock and the right items. Certainly if there's a bill of materials in there that needs multiple items in them, have you got all of those components? Have you got all the people you need in the right places? Can they be at the different stations that you need to put them in order to carry out each process? And also, what needs to happen when? So when do things need to be out the door, and therefore when do they need to be started? And are there periods in the middle of that where actually there could be some things that could be built at the same time to increase your efficiency in order to get the products out the door but speed up that production schedule? Now, when you take all of these things into consideration, particularly around your resources and your stock availability, it's very difficult to plan that without all of the information available to you. And this is why there isn't really a middle ground between doing this process manually and moving to something like an MRP or manufacturing software solution. Because the MRP system has all of that information available to it, it knows how your bill of materials are made up, it knows what processes they have to go through, it knows the availability of your people, even of your machinery and your processes that you go through. When you make a change to that, maybe a last minute order or a last minute cancellation, it can automatically calculate what's going on and move things around into the right places. Now, if there is an issue, like stock's not available to produce a product, then it can tell you that and alert you that, and even create the orders that you need within the system so that you can order the stock in time and make sure that you can deliver your goods to your customers as they expect them to arrive. Now, if you are struggling with this, we do offer a free business process review. As the name suggests, it's completely free, it's no obligation. And what we'll do with you is we'll pick out 3 big challenges within your business, one of which is likely to be production scheduling, because it normally is, but 2 others as well. And what we'll do is we'll visually map out that process for you and show you all the steps that your business is going through at the moment. And these could be really inefficient, there could be a lot of data duplication, there could be a lot of information stored in people's heads. And we'll show you just how complex that looks at the moment and how simple it could be with an MRP system, and what improvements you can make and what benefits you will get. So if you're interested in that, sign up for our business process review and we'll be in touch to organise it.